form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching, and he was moving well, and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab.
Crazy performance from Oleksandr Usyk, you know. He stopped the fight early, you know. But I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, you know. He not control, and every jab, every right hand is too strong, you know.
He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and maximized on those opportunities.
Seasoned heavyweight professionals continue to express their admiration for Oleksandr Usyk's unparalleled skill set. Boxing legend Lennox Lewis was especially vocal, praising Usyk's ability to control both his speed and power with laser-like precision. Lewis emphasized how rare it is to see a fighter so composed, never rushing, never wasting a single movement or ounce of energy. At 38 years old, Usyk still moves with the agility of a younger fighter, demonstrating elite-level footwork, fluid combinations, and intelligent defense. These tools consistently place him steps ahead of most opponents in the ring. Lewis is confident that if Usyk wishes, he could easily continue fighting at the top level for several more years, thanks to his discipline, intelligence, and technical mastery.
Thanks again for your time this week. We've just seen Oleksandr Usyk produce a stunning fifth-round stoppage victory over Daniel Dubois in the rematch. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, listen, he was unbelievable. He was on form today. He boxed great. He did the right things. He was counter-punching, and he was moving well, and he wasn't getting caught. And he started off with a jab, so what can you say?
I spoke to Oleksandr's cutman, Russ Amber, and he says he thought Daniel Dubois started a bit too fast, a bit too reckless. Is it a sort of a case of you're almost damned if you do, damned if you don't? They say you got to stick him on him, but then if you stick him on him too much, you leave the gap.
Yeah, it's that kind of situation. It's a control violence, basically, and control movement, making sure that you don't overcommit. And, you know, you got to use speed more than power. So in this fight, it should have been more speed than more power.
Former heavyweight champion Joseph Parker admitted he was taken aback by the sheer dominance Usyk displayed in his recent outing. Expecting a competitive, evenly matched bout, Parker instead witnessed a one-sided performance fueled by elite timing, refined technique, and masterful ring control. He pointed out that Usyk's movement and defensive awareness made him seem untouchable, as very few clean shots landed against him. Having fought top-tier opponents himself, Parker understands the mental and physical demands of elite boxing, and Usyk surpassed expectations. Parker even expressed a strong desire to face Usyk in the future, saying it would be both a challenge and an opportunity to test himself against one of the sport's current best.
Boxing fans, Joseph Parker, we've just seen Oleksandr Usyk with a destructive performance against Daniel Dubois. Just give me your thoughts on that one.
It was a competitive fight in the beginning, and Daniel did land some good shots, and you know Usyk did feel those shots. But ultimately, in the end, he broke him down, and Usyk showed a lot more bad intentions in the shots he was throwing.
I was going to ask you, do you expect him to be that aggressive?
I know that, listen, Daniel was going to be aggressive, so what did Usyk have to do? He was moving, but when he found the time to be aggressive, he took and maximized on those opportunities.
For you, obviously you were there for a reason. I'm sure you want to get your hands on Oleksandr Usyk because you want to be in the biggest fights.
It was great to see him win and become two-time unified undisputed champion of the world. And I just waited for my opportunity. I want to wait for my opportunity and see if he does give it to me, you know. And hopefully we can get in the ring and share the ring together.
David Adelai spoke with great respect about Usyk's most recent fight, explaining that the Ukrainian champion stepped into the ring with something to prove. Adelai recalled how critics had begun to question whether Usyk still belonged among the top heavyweights, especially as age and physical demands increased. But with a calm and composed performance, Usyk silenced all the doubters. Adelai highlighted how Usyk's poise under pressure, vast experience, and relentless determination came together in a brilliant display of control and hunger. He said the performance wasn't just about defending titles, it was personal. Usyk reminded the world that he still has the fire, and if he retired today, Adelai believes his legacy would be complete. However, he suspects Usyk might not walk away just yet, especially with high-profile opponents still active. That competitive drive might keep him going, driven by a deeper passion for the sport.
Excited to be joined by David Adelaide. David, we've just saw Oleksandr Usyk produce stunning fifth-round knockout over Daniel Dubois. Give us your immediate thoughts.
Good fight. I think Usyk keeps proving himself. He gets doubted a lot, And I think he's proven himself so many times that it's kind of crazy that people doubt him. But you got to give credit to Daniel for getting in there. He tried a thing. And more credit to Usyk for pulling it off time and time again.
I just spoke to Ajit Kabayal and he says he feels Daniel, although he was having a bit of success, was maybe a bit over-eager and left some gaps. Would you agree with that assessment?
Daniel was thinking too much. There's times when I can see Daniel being a bit hesitant. He was sitting there thinking. He did let his right hand go and he did throw a lot of shots, but I think sometimes when you overthink it, you give Usyk too much time. And when you give Usyk time, you kind of let him play at his own sort of pace. Usyk established the jab from like the first 30 seconds, which was, you know, look, like it just shows his level, right?
Was it surprising to you how early the stoppage came? Most pundits were saying Dubois early, Usyk later points, but wasted no time.
He wasted no time. I think in terms of the stoppage, it was definitely the right call. It came in the fifth round. You know what? I'm not surprised because they were fighting at a high work rate. And the pace was high, so yeah, it makes sense.
Ajit Kabayal was in awe of Usyk's dominating stoppage of Daniel Dubois, calling the performance nothing short of spectacular. He was quick to point out that Dubois is no pushover, his jab is powerful, and his offense can pierce through almost any defense. Yet Usyk dismantled him with such ease that it barely looked like a contest. Kabayal stressed that what Usyk achieved wasn't just a victory, it was a surgical dismantling of a dangerous heavyweight threat within just a few rounds. He praised Usyk's world-class timing, precision, mental strength, and ring IQ. For Kabayal, that night confirmed without a doubt that Usyk is still leagues ahead of the rest of the division.
For boxing news, delighted to be joined by Ajit Kabayal. Ajit, we have just saw Oleksandr Usyk score a stunning fifth round stoppage win over Daniel Dubois. Give us your thoughts.
Crazy performance from Oleksandr Usyk, he stopped the fight early, but I say this before, Daniel Dubois makes so much pressure, too much pressure, he not control, and every jab, every right hand is too strong, and he not defends himself, but you see the result, Oleksandr Usyk stopping fast.
Did it surprise you how early Oleksandr got the stoppage?
Yes, before the fight, I never say he come to stop him so early, but after the first round, I say the fight will never be more than 6-7 rounds.
Ajit, in many people's opinion, you are the #1 heavyweight contender. You would love a shot at Oleksandr Usyk, right?
Why not? I say this more time, I hate trash talk. The fans will say Kabayal is ready for Usyk or no,
Artan Boli revealed that before the fight, he was already convinced Dubois wouldn't survive beyond 5 rounds. He claimed he could see it in Usyk's eyes, the unwavering focus, the quiet determination, and the readiness to make a statement. According to Boli, Usyk wasn't just fighting to win, he was fighting to reassert his greatness. He said that Usyk entered the ring with a message, that his legacy is untouchable and still being written. For Boli, the fight proved everything Usyk needed to prove. Whether he retires tomorrow or continues, his status as an all-time great is already sealed. Every fight now is simply a bonus chapter in an already legendary career.
Pro boxing fans, Martin Bakoli, man, we've just seen Oleksandr Usyk with another great performance against Daniel Dubois. Look, that fight at the start, a lot of people thought it was going to be a little bit competitive, and Daniel came out and he looked like he was getting a bit comfortable, but Oleksandr Usyk does what Oleksandr Usyk does, and he wins the fight. Did you expect him to stop Daniel Dubois in this fight?
Yeah, I said it before the fight. I said it before the fight, even today, that Daniel Dubois would never pass 5 rounds if he kept boxing like the same way he boxed last time he fought Usyk. But he did the same. There was no jab, nothing changed. He deserved the knockout because he never changed something like he's supposed to change.
For Oleksandr Usyk, what does he do now? He's won everything. He's the best at cruiserweight, the best at heavyweight, faced every big name in the heavyweight division now. What does he do? Do you feel like he's going to still fight one more fight and then that's it? Or do you feel like he should just call it a day?
For me, I don't see him what he's going to look for because he's done everything. He's the best for right now. For this moment now, he's the best. Retire or keep fighting. He done amazing. This guy is a machine. So he's the best right now to be.
From the opening bell, Daniel Dubois tried to take control of the fight, charging forward with aggression and looking to impose his strength. He showed urgency and physicality early on, hoping to force Usyk into uncomfortable exchanges. But Usyk stayed completely composed. As rounds passed, he began to read Dubois like a book, slipping punches, creating angles, and landing clean combinations that gradually broke down his opponent. By round 5, Usyk had completely figured him out. With clinical precision, he landed a beautiful, timed combination that ended the fight. It wasn't just a knockout, it was the execution of a flawless plan. Usyk proved once again that he doesn't just fight, he calculates, adapts, and dominates.
Guys, it happens again. Oleksandr Usyk knocked out Daniel Dubois right in front of his home crowd. Dubois came out wild from the opening bell, really trying to bully Usyk. And for a moment it felt like we were in for a war, but by round 3 you could see it. Dubois was gassing out fast. He couldn't keep that pace. Then, boom, Usyk lands a clean right. Then, a beautiful left hook. Mouthpiece flies. Fight's over. Usyk is once again the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Second time. Insane. But listen, Dubois is only 27. The talent is there. But taking shots, that's a whole different skill. And right now, he's not quite there yet. So what's next? Are we finally getting that Fury trilogy? Or would you rather see Usyk be as Wilder, Zhang, or maybe even Joshua again? Full breakdown in the video below, don't miss it.
Throughout his storied career, Oleksandr Usyk has always chosen the most difficult path. He never padded his record with easy wins or cherry-picked opponents. From his days in the cruiserweight division to his climb into the heavyweight ranks, he has always faced the toughest challenges available. Usyk embraces risk because he believes true greatness is forged in adversity. That mindset has earned him respect from fighters, analysts, and fans alike. Whether it was taking on world champions or traveling into hostile territory, Usyk has always prioritized honor and legacy over shortcuts and fame. His journey stands as a blueprint for how greatness is truly earned in the sport of boxing.
Usyk has dropped Daniel Dubois! What a shot!
I'm sorry. I can't help it, man. I fucking love this. Honestly, I fucking love this game.
He's missed it! It's over! Impossible time!
Fuck me. I'm sorry for going on like a lunatic, right? But it was unbelievable. And it's funny how this fight all came about, right? The controversy in the last fight, which for me was never controversial. It was a low blow, simple as that. And I don't think we've ever seen Oleksandr Usyk ever look for an easy way to win. In fact, I think of all the fighters on planet Earth, he is the one who takes the hardest road to win. There's no tune-up fights for Oleksandr Usyk. It's the biggest fight in a heavier weight than he should even be fighting at, and he makes life harder for himself, not easier. And I think he has proven his character time and time again. But yet he was accused of not being, you know, a real Christian because he was a cheat. He was accused of deserving an Oscar because he was a play actor and robbing Daniel Dubois of what should have rightfully been his, which was a world title. And after the Tyson Fury fight, Daniel Dubois stepped in the ring and called him out, and Oleksandr Usyk immediately turns to Turki Al-Sheikh and says, Mr. Excellency, make the fight. He had no problem in setting this up, and immediately you kind of think he was in the middle of talking about his, you know, his father. I think at the time it was an emotional moment. That's a time where when you've accomplished what he's done, you deserve respect, and I think he was disrespected there, and I think he took that personally, in the words of Michael Jordan. Now in the first round, Oleksandr Usyk did exactly what he needed to do to Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois coming in with a load of confidence, wanting to be the aggressor, wanting to be the dominant bull that he was against Anthony.
After his recent defeat to Usyk, Tyson Fury has publicly voiced his desire for a trilogy fight to redeem himself. The loss not only damaged Fury's reputation but reportedly impacted him financially, making a rematch even more attractive. Fury believes he can make the necessary adjustments, fix his past mistakes, and come into the next fight with a new game plan. However, many fans and pundits remain unconvinced. Usyk's ability to adapt, analyze, and neutralize opponents has left even a skilled veteran like Fury looking limited. As talks of a trilogy continue to circulate, excitement is building, but most still consider Usyk the clear favorite.
Suleiman, Tyson Fury is deeply troubled by the loss, or the losses that he took from Oleksandr Usyk. And it shows. And I think what's motivating Tyson Fury is the fact that he feels that he was cheated. And the crazy thing is, unfortunately for all the people that are in line for that fight with Oleksandr, The only way that Tyson is going to get any type of opportunity or peace would be for him to get that third fight. And the crazy thing is, it looks like that's the fight that may happen next. And that's exactly why people start to dislike boxing, because there's nothing warranted a fight with Usyk. Only empty justification. What I mean by that is, you can justify or make a reason why you deserve a fight with Usyk. Like, I'm the only dude that did it. I'm the only man that beat him. I'm like, did you drop him? Did you have a performance, Tyson, with Usyk in any of those fights like you did with your saga with Derek Chisora or Deontay Wilder? Did you do anything impactful enough to claim victor of these two fights?
Boxing analyst Paulie Malignaggi gave an in-depth breakdown of Usyk's latest showing, calling it one of the most technical masterpieces seen in modern boxing. Malignaggi marveled at Usyk's balance and how effortlessly he controlled his body throughout the fight. His footwork wasn't just fast, it was purposeful, opening angles, closing distance, and evading danger while setting up picture-perfect offense. Malignaggi emphasized that Usyk doesn't rely on raw power. His brilliance lies in his timing, anticipation, and ring IQ. Every movement is calculated, and every punch has intent. According to Paulie, Usyk doesn't just win fights, he studies his opponents in real time, adapts instantly, and dismantles them with pure intelligence. It was a performance, he said, worthy of boxing's highest praise.
And it was the first half of the fight. What a performance by Oleksandr Usyk. And a lot to discuss here, guys, a lot to break down here. First off, Dubois much more successful in the first fight than the second fight. Was the wet ring, did the wet ring have anything to do with it? I saw in the post-fight interview, Dubois was asked about why he couldn't land his jab. What do you guys think? Was obviously Usyk's going to make some adjustments. I think the adjustments are going to be made in rematches, but did the wet ring, because I thought the wet ring had a big part to do with why Usyk had some trouble in that first fight. And a wet ring hurts footwork guys more. I was a footwork guy. I've worked out sometimes in wet rings. It's frustrating. I've actually thrown temper tantrums in gyms over rings being too wet. So back in the day, not now. But what I'm saying is, to fight in a wet ring, that had to have some effect on Usyk and his footwork, because he's a footwork guy. And tonight you just saw his footwork was stupendous, magnificent. Dubois tried to come out pressuring. But and what he tries to do, he tries to create that panic in you, because he's a puncher, so he tries to create that panic to where you start moving too much, and especially at an older Usyk, maybe he'll get tired out by moving too much. But Usyk keeps his steps, his moves so short, so tight, and because they're short and tight, they're not burning a lot of energy, number one, and number two, he's able to throw punches off those moves because they're in so tight that he doesn't really lose the punching distance and punching range, on top of always being well balanced when he makes that side step. He likes to make that side step a lot to the right-hander's weak side, and he was doing that very, very well tonight. A lot of times he'll make that side step without punching. A lot of times he'll sidestep as he's throwing the left hand. Then he varies the left hand with a straight shot around the side. I think that's a really sneaky shot against opposing stances.
Steve Bunce offered a candid evaluation of Usyk's future competition. He acknowledged that both Tyson Fury and Joseph Parker are capable of presenting real challenges due to their size, experience, and physical advantages. However, Bunce remains firm in his belief that neither man has the tools to defeat Usyk. While they might test him and make the fight difficult, Usyk's superior intelligence, relentless work ethic, and technical excellence would ultimately carry him to victory. Bunce believes Usyk always finds a way to adapt and outthink his opponents, and that makes him the most dangerous man in the heavyweight division right now.
Talking about his beloved father, and I believe that was behind the venom and the savagery we saw. Because that was almost not like Usyk. That was different level.
We've never seen him load up with a backhand early.
And try so hard to do the other person as much damage as possible. That's not Usyk. And also at the end, when you were there, he didn't praise Dubois. He said in sport you lose. He didn't say anything about Daniel's a young man, Daniel can come again, Daniel's a great fighter. He didn't say anything. He just said, he shrugged his shoulders when he was asked the question, and he said, well, in sport you can come again. Think about that.
brutal. Simple question for you, last one. Does anyone beat him in this era?
Tyson Fury, if he came back and had a really good fight against, I don't know, Usyk Caballero and got himself really fight fit and then fought 5 months later, fought him, perhaps a Tyson Fury with his eye in could cause him a problem. Joseph Parker, who's smart enough, could cause him a problem, and with the big right hand that Joe throws, that could cause him a problem. Usyk Caballero, you can't back anyone against Usyk Caballero. The man's on a motor, he's like a magic man. So the answer is, yeah, anyone can be beat, but right now I don't think.
Coach KMAN Rusper shared insight into Usyk's mindset leading up to the fight. He revealed that despite all his achievements, Usyk had been carrying a quiet frustration. The boxing world continued to question his legitimacy among the heavyweight elite. According to Rusper, Usyk was determined to send a message, and that drive fueled his performance. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to prove his greatness beyond all doubt. And that's exactly what he did. Every round was fueled by that inner fire, and by the final bell, all doubts had been erased. Usyk wasn't just a champion, he was now fully recognized as one of the most complete fighters on the planet.
Yeah, I mean, I think he went out there with bad intentions, didn't he? I think he was on a mission to prove that, 38 isn't old yet. And I was talking to some other guys, including Richie Woodall, and saying that, he's gotten better. If you look at his last 3 fights, the first Fury fight, second Fury fight, and this one, each one has gotten better, more dominating each time. So, age is a number, I guess. When you're in the gym all the time, it takes a long time to age.
When we spoke on Thursday, I could tell you were genuinely confident, but did you believe it could be so early and so conclusive?
No, I'd be lying to you if I said that. No. I thought it could be dominating. I thought he was doing the things that I think Dubois did, what I expected him to do, and Usyk did what I expected him to do. He controlled, moved, waited, but then he started landing hard.
That wraps up today's video. Stay locked in for all the latest updates on Usyk's career and future fights. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.